What's up guys, my name is Stoody and I'd like to welcome you all back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing my Richmond match review for round 1 of the 2023 AFL season against Carlton last night on Thursday night. Now today might be a triple upload, I don't know. I'm pretty exhausted because I started work at 2 AM today, and I watched the Richmond game last night, so I went to bed at like 9 o'clock and I had to get up at 1 o'clock. So I had maybe 3 hours of sleep, and I have to be back at work at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know how many of those videos I'll actually get up, but I'll definitely make sure this particular video is the first one up. So basically the match was drawn. So for the 4th year in a row, Richmond will have a draw in a particular season. So the final scores was 8-10, 58 apiece. To be honest, it was a pretty shitty quality game. Like, the ending for a neutral would have been exciting, but during the game it was kind of boring, you know, for the neutrals. Just the low scoring kind of shit. Not only that, Richmond were robbed, and let me tell you why. Now basically at half time, right, Carlton kicked the ball towards their goals. The siren went, right, before, you know, anyone could get a mark. So what happened is that a Richmond defender punched the ball after the siren had already gone. Now at that point it's a dead ball. If someone touches the ball after the siren, it's officially a dead ball. No further score can be made. Now what happens is that ball bounces through the goals, but for some bullshit reason the umpires call it a fucking behind when it should have been a dead ball. That behind should not have counted. That means Richmond win by a point. Everyone as an AFL community need to bring this to the AFL's attention. Why is no one talking about this? The result of the match needs to be changed. We all know what Gillon McLachlan's like. He rigs games, he hates Richmond. The whole thing is part of his plan. You know, he tried his best to make sure Richmond lose this game. So if you watch the game, you'll see that Carlton got plenty of bullshit free kicks. At least half of Carlton's score was from bullshit free kicks that they did not deserve. And just because they don't get a free kick right in front of goal doesn't mean that a free kick wasn't a cause of a goal. It could happen in Carlton's defense and they could get a goal from that. And also a lot of free kicks that Richmond should have got, they didn't get. A lot of the match fixing does come down to that. Free kicks Richmond should have got that they don't get. Like, I saw one particular instance where a Richmond player got pushed in the back and caught high at the same time. The umpire could clearly fucking see it, but he decides to ball it up. And then probably less than a minute later, a Richmond player barely gets a Carlton player high. Like, it's less obvious and less illegal than what the Carlton player did, yet the umpires give Carlton a free kick. Yeah, I will admit the free kick was probably there, but they can't give that fucking free kick if they're not going to give Richmond free kicks for the same thing. It's bullshit. Also, on multiple occasions, Carlton clearly ran the ball over the line deliberately. Yet they want to give a quick kick out of a pack, not really knowing where the ball's going to go and not really aiming for the boundary line. They want to give Richmond deliberate when it happens to Richmond, but when Carlton clearly run over the fucking boundary line, they don't give fucking deliberate. It's bullshit like that that pisses me off. Carlton still couldn't win, even with everything that was handed to them. An extra point they shouldn't have got. The only reason they managed to draw the game. Now, if I really have to, I could easily make a video called 100% undeniable evidence the Richmond versus Carlton game was rigged. And I could go through every single bullshit free kick Carlton got and every single free kick Richmond should have got that they didn't get, and completely expose the AFL's match fixing. I could do that, and that's only as long as I can get a copy of the match, full match, so I can watch it and post clips of it on YouTube, because the thing is, I've been trying to post highlight videos recently, but they're all getting fucking blocked worldwide, even though I am downloading them off of YouTube. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Now, you guys might remember last year, Tom Lynch and Richmond were robbed the premiership due to the score review match fixing, when Tom Lynch kicked a goal but then they called it a point, even though it was clearly a fucking goal. Now, Richmond got robbed by the score review system again. Now, to be fair, there is a pretty good chance that the Carlton player might have only just got a finger to it. But the thing is, the goal umpire originally called it a goal. It should be up to the goal umpire whether it gets reviewed or not. It shouldn't get looked at fucking during the time in between goals, because what pisses me off is that you get a fan base excited because their team's just kicked a goal, and then all of a sudden it's getting called a point. Like, that's bullshit. The umpire should decide whether to review it or not. Don't get fans excited just to fucking take that all away from them because all of a sudden that they see something when they re-look at the goal. Maybe they should re-look at that fucking behind at half-time as well. Why didn't they re-look at that and take the behind off? Again, it's just match fixing. Anyway, so besides the match fixing, Richmond, their pressure was really good and all that. It felt like a Richmond game of football. Richmond were clearly the better team in this game. But the thing is, just execution was off for sure. You know, wasted a lot of opportunities in front of goal. You know, blokes missing some easy goals. I mean, Ben Miller kicked an absolute shocker. He was on an angle, but still, there was no way he should have kicked it that badly out on the full. Jack Ross kicked one really badly out on the full as well. Tom Lynch missed a really easy one. And Shea Bolton, like, why the fuck are you going around the corner when you're directly in front? Like, it's fucking dumb. Like, Jack Riewoldt tends to go around the corner quite a bit, but he doesn't do it directly in front. He's usually on some sort of angle, and he's really good at doing it. Like, he executes it pretty much all the time. Whereas Shea Bolton has a problem with his goal kicking accuracy. I don't want to see Shea Bolton doing that. He should be kicking a drop punt. Only a very few players have the license to do that. Jack Riewoldt, Dustin Martin are the main ones I can think of for Richmond. That's pretty much it. No one else should be trying to do that. At least Tom Lynch got to say a big fuck you to the AFL by kicking that goal to level the scores with 17 seconds remaining. But yeah, we'll just look at some stats now. Disposals were pretty even. We only just won in the disposal count. The inside 50s was the main difference, 66 to 45. So we had 21 more inside 50s, but really couldn't convert when we got inside the 50, which was frustrating. So there's a lot to improve on, that's for sure. But we were pretty much better than them in all the stats. You know, we dominated the hitouts. We won the clearances, which is something we certainly would not do against a team like Carlton last year. So, and we even won contested possessions by one. So we won in pretty much every department except the free kick count. So yeah, and Carlton got 5 more uncontested possessions and we had 4 more turnovers. But other than that, we were clearly the better team just looking at the stats. I'll have a look at some individual stats now. Tim Taranto really good in his debut game for Richmond, 32 disposals. Daniel Rioli continues to really break out as a superstar, 27 disposals. Dion Prestia showing how important he is, 23 disposals. Dustin Martin looked really good as well, 23 disposals. Kicked a goal as well, first goal of the game within the first 30 seconds. Looking at the goal kickers now, Tom Lynch kicked 3, Maurice Rioli kicked 2, and singles to Jack Riewoldt, Dustin Martin, and Shea Bolton. So it is now time to give out votes. So basically what I'm going to be doing is the Stoody Medal. So basically it's just my Richmond best and fairest medal. So the winner of it at the end of the season, whoever has the most votes, will win the Stoody Medal. Now, one vote I am going to be giving to Tim Taranto. 32 disposals, 8 tackles was pretty decent. They weren't super impactful. 32 disposals, not the most impactful in the world though. He only scored a little over 100 Supercoach points, which is not good for 32 disposals. So that's why I have to settle for the 1 vote for Tim Taranto. Now the 2 votes will go to Tom Lynch. So Tom Lynch kicked 3 goals and was able to step up when we needed him. He was able to take that mark with about 40 seconds left and put the time down to 17 seconds. Go back, kick that goal to level the scores. And really it was the goal to put us in front because Carlton got a free point for nothing. But yeah, he got us the 2 points. So he gets 2 Stoody Medal points. And 3 votes for mine, and best on ground is Daniel Rioli. Denny Rowley with his 27 disposals, took 7 marks, had 4 tackles, and has the most meters gained for the Tigers, which is always an indicator of how impactful that player was. So I think Denny Rowley was our best player last night, so I'm going to be giving him the 3 votes. Now we are going to move on to Spud of the Week. So basically, I'm doing Spud of the Week where I pick one player who I think was our worst performing player for that week, and they will get a Spud of the Week honours. And I'm going to also do Spud of the Year at the end of the year. So basically, whatever player gets the most Spud of the Week votes, they will win Spud of the Year. If there's a tiebreaker, then I might pick one of the 2, or I could just have 2 people win the Spud of the Year or whatever. So tonight I have picked Ryan Mansell, and partly because he just had no real impact on the game. I don't know what his role was. Like, Diven was putting him up forward, he just simply isn't a forward. He was playing out of position. Honestly, I think Cumberland should have been playing over him. So for this week, I think, unfortunately for Ryan Mansell, he has earned Spud of the Week. But hopefully he can turn it around. Those who have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Be sure to click the thumbs up button and leave a like on this video. Also be sure to subscribe to my second YouTube channel. It is called Stoody Archives. Link to that is in the description. Also be sure to join my Discord server. It is called Australian Sports Community. Link to that is in the description. Also be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. I have Instagram, I have Twitter, and I also have TikTok. The username for all of those is StoodyYT, and links to all of those will also be in the description. I hope you've had a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video.